Welcome back. Today I'm going to show you how to create a soft mottled acrylic background which works really great with portraits. The colours I'm using are raw sienna, raw umber, burnt umber and titanium white, and some mixed media brushes. I also use a water spray bottle with 10 parts water to 1 part retarder. First I spray it down with the water spray bottle and then I mix my paints. By mixing the darker into the light, you can create various tones. I also use separate brushes for mixing my colours, so I don't mix the colours in together. When it actually comes to applying the paint onto the canvas, I use my larger mixed media brushes, and that way I can cover a larger surface area. And with acrylic paint, the biggest thing is that they dry so quickly, so you need to work very fast. That's the main reason why I add the drying retarder into my water. So it just slows down that drying process and you can get it all applied and mixed in while the paint's still wet. Before I start, I spray the canvas down with my water and retarder mix before I start painting. And then I work fairly fast in crisscross patterns, and I pick up a different brush for each colour. I just apply the paint in different patches using the separate brushes, and I make sure in between each colour I just blend in the two colours together, so it just makes it look nice and smooth. Also, don't be afraid to lightly spray your canvas as you go, just to keep everything wet and still moving, because if it gets tacky and starts to dry, you'll find that the paint actually lifts off and it'll end up looking really patchy. If this does happen, especially on a hot day, you just really need to stop and let it really dry, like completely dry out, and don't attempt to come back too soon and try and fix it. Creating this soft mottled background is really a beautiful way to support a portrait without competing with the subject. It gives the painting atmosphere, depth, and keeps the focus on the face or the animal. I always keep the portrait area lighter, softer, and more subtle. It helps the subject stand out and sort of adds a little bit of a glow behind the subject. Towards the outer edges, I usually do this darker and richer, which adds depth, and it also draws your eye in towards the subject. As you get towards the bottom, it just gets a little bit hard when you're working down low and against where the easel sits. So don't be afraid to actually pick your painting up and spin it around and then start working from the top down. And while you're going, don't forget to do your edges, because it's really hard if you come back later and have to try and match the colour and make it look seamless. It's better just to do it while you've got all the paint going. And you never know when somebody buys your portrait if they're going to frame it, or if they even frame it and then want to take the frame off. You don't want to leave them with white edges, so it's better just to do it. And then if they frame it, it doesn't really matter. It just makes it look more professional. If I want to do a very thin glaze, I just let this dry for about 24 hours, and then sometimes the glaze can give it a really nice glow. And this is the end result. Stay tuned for my next upcoming video on how I painted this beautiful Angus cow. Thanks for watching, and please subscribe to my YouTube channel or find me on Facebook. Thank you.